Well, whatever videos I took on this, I apologize because the mic wasn't working and I have no audio on a ton of it. So I'll type some stuff in, just kind of explaining what I'm doing, but quick little disassembly. Most of it will end up being time-lapsed with some words on the page. So hope you guys like reading. This down into the stroke. All the way down. Come on, a little more, a little more. All right, now we're past the bottom of the flywheel rotation. Oh, this thing just wants to fight me. Look at that. That's a healthy motor. Now we're past the stroke. So we'll bring this around again. So drill mark for the flywheel balance. Right there. Now watch, if I give this just a little forward momentum, there we go. Mark 1, that's after, so let's bring it back. Alright, so I get one timing mark right there. That's before top dead center. I don't know what the actual marking is here. Is that rear TDC? Maybe. This is past my area of expertise. I gotta figure out a way to measure the stroke on this, but so far, this is 100% a hot rodded motor. You don't get pistons like this in a factory freshened up rebuild. You just don't. 2-ring setup, giant notches down here around the wrist pins, tons of oil holes through here, stainless valves. I don't know. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper onto this one. Really, that's about as far as I want it to go, genuinely. I don't want to tear into this like crazy, only because somebody spent the time and the money and the effort and the energy to assemble all of this. I gotta grab the micrometers tomorrow. I'll grab a crappy one that I think I left in my station wagon, and we'll mic these out, but it's a very, very thin bore. When you look down from the top here, Dr. Ditch cylinders, stainless valves, these are all ported, polished on the back sides. This is one of those weird motors where I might actually bring it over to the indie shop and have him give this a quick once over. He has much better measuring tools than I do. We can get a little bit more accurate of an assessment of what's going on with this, and then we'll come back. I don't know if I will be filming anything if we do make it over there, but I value their opinion. I might pull the rear too and then just sell them together. But this is all going to be up for sale soon. I'm just trying to give you guys more information because this is a cool little time capsule piece. To get a bike stamped, rebuilt in March of '76 that's never been fired, you don't run into that every day. Went in, had some dinner last night. It's the next day, obviously. But the numbers on the flywheel is 2496-52. That should be early Ironhead K model. I'm pretty sure they use the same rods for a really long time, if my understanding is correct. And then I just pulled the one cylinder we pulled off yesterday down here, and this is a stock 1000 cylinder, so there's definitely a little bit of a height difference there. If you look at the two on the bench, I gotta grab my caliper too and mic out this bore, but seeing as though this is a 900 motor, that's a pretty big bore. This is a 30 over 1000 cc motor, cylinder here, freshly bored, and this piston from the 900 does not fit in a stock 30 over pattern. And if we come up from the bottom here, maybe it's really tight, but so we got to mic these out. There's no markings on this piston in terms of size for the ditch setup, but 30 over 1000 cc cylinder and the piston doesn't fit. So that should give you a quick reference for how big this is. Now we also have the stainless valves down in here, which we could see from the backside. But I think what I'm going to try and do now is pull off the rear head, not the cylinder, but the head, and then see if we can get some sort of reference or some sort of measurement here. It'll just be a little bit easier to rotate in terms of trying to figure out the stroke. I've never done it this way. I don't know how accurate we're going to be able to get, but I think I want to get the head off and then drop a caliper in as almost a feeler gauge and see what we're looking at. Let me grab some tools. Theory, that looks pretty long. So piston down in the bore. I think we should be able to get some sort of measurement here from there to the top. All right, so I just got a crappy caliper here, but if we take a look at the bore, this is going to be rough numbers. We're at 3.247. Uh, 3.25. So we are, I don't know if you guys can see this, it's upside down.